I have literally never filmed in Indian attire, so this is going to be very interesting. What's up my dudes, it's Ansu and today I'm here to talk about Star Daughter by Shveta Thakrar. By the way, my mom stitched this, so I'm totally showing this off, but anywho, this is a spoiler-free review as this book is coming out on August 11th of 2020. This book was given to me early as a digital ARC for the Hear Our Voices book tour, and I was lucky enough to get it early, so here we are with an honest review. Right off the bat, Ansu, what is this book about? This is a YA debut by Shveta Thakrar. It is described as a whimsical story for fans of Laini Taylor and Roshni Chokshi, so if you're into any of those authors, you might really enjoy this one because it does have a lot of whimsicalness to it, so it's already marketed as such. Like I said, it is a YA book and it follows around Sheetal, our main character, who's about 16 years old, and she's basically part mortal and part star. Yeah, you heard that right, she's part star. This is something that I've never seen before and is pretty unique in my personal opinion, and I thought that was a fun concept. The thing with Sheetal is that she has really silver hair, which she ends up dyeing every so often because it turns very silver and it's almost starts shining and it's like a little out there. And Sheetal has been trying to live her whole life trying to pretend that she's completely normal. One day she has an argument with her boyfriend Dev and it leads her to accidentally flare up with her star power and hurt her father, which leaves him kind of in a coma. Literally the only way that Sheetal can actually save him is with a full star's blood. Literally she would just need a drop of a full star's blood and she would be good. So she knows that a star like her mother is the only one that could help her. So Sheetal's entire quest is to essentially save her mortal father, and she takes a journey with her mortal friend to go to the celestial world. Once she gets there, she has to deal with a certain competition, which could mean that if she fails, she might never even ever return to Earth. Okay, so now that we have gotten like the whole summary and gist of the book, I personally gave this a 3 stars out of 5. I did enjoy it somewhat, but there are some things that were standing out to me which was not that great. Unfortunately, I didn't end up enjoying it as much as I thought I would or wanted to. But that being said, it was still a good book and I think it's more directed to readers who are much younger than me. I obviously am an adult who likes to read YA occasionally, but this one I felt like was more so for teenagers who are in their 14 to 16 years old kind of age realm. Of course, anyone else can read it, it's up to you, but that's just my personal opinion. Going more so into the plot, I felt like it was somewhere between slow and medium pace. When I started the book, obviously, I was kind of into it. I really wanted to know more about Sheetal and like what the heck was going on. I was very intrigued for sure. She was definitely hearing like star songs and stuff, so that was really cool. I never experienced that previously in any book, so just seeing that kind of a concept was interesting. I'm just gonna give it that. But soon enough it became pretty slow and I personally felt like it could have done with like 100 pages less, 50 to 100 pages less, and it would have been just as good. Most of the story is about this whole journey that she's taking, the competition that she has to go through, etc, etc. There's obviously more to it, but the main thing is those little aspects. And I felt like that was dragging out a lot. It didn't necessarily need to do that much, but it was still part of the plot and it was still there, so it is what it is. Some things that I really liked about this was the night market aspect of it. There is this cool place that was the night market, which is like a shadow market. Is that okay? Can I say that? I don't know. Technically a place where regular humans can't really go. That's like a super whimsical place with like very different intricate things, and I thought that was a fun concept. Also the whole galaxy, like celestial aspect thing, that was fun. It just gave you this whole picture of how beautiful this place really is. Super whimsical, really enjoyed actually seeing those aspects as well. But also that had a small downfall because the majority of the plot of the book was essentially focused on the tensions and the conflicts that Sheetal and her like whole family had to face, and because of that I feel like all the magical aspects of the entire book was taken away bit by bit. I felt like it lacked a little bit of that magical idea that we needed and it was just a little lackluster. There's a lot of Hindu mythology that's kind of woven into here, so seeing all of that was just a lot of fun. You know, I don't really see it that often, so it was really fun to read. Ooh. This is technically not related to anything, but Shveta Thakrar really talks about Indian foods a lot, or like South Asian foods a lot, and you know, with all these lovely desserts and stuff, and my whole mouth was watering. Like I haven't eaten Indian desserts in so long, like I'm craving a lot of these things right now. She was good with explaining food because I was like, I want them all right now. But yeah, that was something that I noticed and I thought that was worth mentioning, I guess. I don't know why I mentioned it. It's fine. I did anyway. Now, if you know anything about me, I'm obsessed with characters. If you give me a sad plot and good characters, I'd still be happy. So let's talk about the main thing for me, characters. First off, Shveta. The first, I want to say, like 100 pages of the book, I liked her. She was a good character. But soon enough, she just became a little whiny. Although, like, I could read from her and I wouldn't completely hate her, she was not my favorite, to be completely honest, even though she was the main character. Who did I like, though? Her best friend, Minnow. She is like the epitome of a perfect best friend. Like, you need a Minnow in your life for sure. Minnow is one of those people who is super supportive and wants the best for Shveta no matter what. And that's just such a lovely friendship character. And oh my god. And that's a friendship everyone needs in their life. And that's something that everyone should aspire to have in their life. Yeah, she's just a wonderful, sweet character. As a friend, she's perfection. Another plus point, if you are looking for representation, Minnow is also a lesbian or bisexual. It was not perfectly stated what she was, but she's either lesbian or bisexual, which honestly, I have not seen a prominent character in a YA book, in a fantasy YA book, that was a lesbian. I personally usually don't see that, so that was a really cool aspect to see in here. Also, other characters who are from the Pride community. I believe there's one character who's gender neutral, if I'm not wrong, don't quote me on that. They're known as they. This is all coming from a straight woman, so please don't take my word for it. Try to read it and see if this is a good representation, because that would probably help a lot of people. And also, all the characters in here are South Asian. Basically 99% of the characters are South Asian, so having South Asian people from the Pride community / just have representation of South Asian in a book that is also really talked about right now is a pretty great thing. Also, the love interest of Shveta, Dave. I don't know what it is with a lot of books that have South Asian main characters has the main love interest name to be Dave. I don't know why. Is that such a popular name? Like, since reading all these books, I've seen like 4 South Asian characters with the same name, and I'm just like, you have other brown names, but I don't know. It's kind of there all the time, so thought I'd mention it. Anyway, Dave, in the beginning, I kind of adored him. He's a sweet character, like he really means well, and he's an adorable romance. He's a totally lovable love interest in the beginning. But slowly he kind of started getting on my nerves. Towards the end, he was kind of a lost puppy, and I didn't really see his purpose to the end of the book. But whatever, love interest, it's cute, whatever, it doesn't matter. More so on the plot / the ending. Towards the end of the storyline, I felt like it became a little disjointed and the story was ended pretty abruptly. I was reading from my Kindle and it kind of estimates how much more time you have to read the book, and it said I had like 35 minutes left in the book, and I was expecting to have 35 more minutes of content, but it was done at like 30 minutes left and it was done. And I was just so confused because I was like, wait, that's it? I thought it was going to be like an epilogue or something. There was nothing there. It just wrapped up pretty quickly, and I felt like it could have either taken a little bit more time towards that end rather than focusing it in the middle part. It was like pretty much dragged out a lot more than necessary. I think that's all I wanted to say about this book. I feel like it would be perfect for teenagers who are really looking forward to have themselves represented in YA books. That's something that doesn't happen so often, and I thought that was just very lovely to actually see. I would have been really happy as a teenager to have seen myself basically represented in any of these YA fantasies that were popular. That would have been amazing. So to see this lovely character who is very much South Asian being involved in this whole like fantasy element was fun to read. I'm gonna give it that. But you guys, I hope you enjoyed this review of mine. This book is coming out on August 11th, so you literally have like less than a week, so get into it. I did enjoy the book. It was a decent read, so maybe check it out. You might really enjoy it. You might find some characters that you really relate to. But yeah, if you're new here, you can hit my face over there to subscribe. I have 2 of my previous videos linked in the corner over there, so do check them out. Let me know down below if you're interested in picking up Star Daughter by Shveta Thakrar, and if you have already read it, let me know what you thought. Alright you guys, thanks for watching. I will see you all next time with another one. Until then, I'll talk to you on the comments. Bye!